It's almost time for the Royal Rumble. That's right, the Royal Rumble is this Sunday on the WWE Network. One of my favorite pay-per-views. And I know the last 2 years, the IWC dumbasses have tried to ruin the Royal Rumble, but that still hasn't stopped me from looking forward to this one. So, there are several undercard matches. Talk about those, and I'll talk about the Royal Rumble. Try not to be too long with this video, because there's not a lot you can do except speculate what you think is going to happen. So, first off, Tag Team Championship match. Usos versus New Day. I think this is going to probably be the opening match. It'll be a great way to open it. These two teams have good chemistry together. It'll be a fun match, and I think that the New Day will probably walk out with the titles so that people say, oh, the New Days are only getting the titles and they don't have to do anything to come back. Whatever. But I think the New Day does walk out with the titles, and hopefully a new team will step up and take the titles from them. Maybe somebody from NXT, or maybe a team that will just be brought in, or put together, and or maybe one of the Social Outcasts. Yeah, or should I say two of the Social Outcast members. I'm kind of curious what WWE does with the Social Outcast. A friend of mine, she's a fan of Heath Slater, but she's a really big fan of Damien Sandow, and I would like to see Damien Sandow be a member of the Social Outcast. That would be fun to see, but that's a topic for somebody else. Also, U.S. Championship match. Kalisto versus Alberto Del Rio. Now, having Kalisto win the title and then just lose it the very next television appearance on SmackDown, I was not a fan of that, but I'm hoping that in this match they will have the time to really put on a good match, because Kalisto is very athletic. I liked watching him in the TLC match at the last pay-per-view. Should I say a ladder match? It wasn't a TLC match. The ladder match, the last pay-per-view. Also, I think that Alberto Del Rio is a good wrestler. A lot of people, they only like him when he's not there. It's kind of dumb. But I think the two of them together, a good enough time, could definitely put on a good match. Give us some good entertainment in that match. And hopefully Kalisto will walk out as the new United States Champion. So, now, for the Divas Championship, we have Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. Now, I think that this will probably be the match a lot of people will just skip or call the piss break, because they don't give Divas a chance, despite what they were trying to say last year. A bunch of freaking liars. But I think that this match will be entertaining, and I think it will be a good match, a solid match between the two of them, especially since we don't have to worry about a WWE World Heavyweight Championship match and a Royal Rumble match. More on that later. So hopefully all these matches will get the time they deserve to try and give us something memorable outside of the Royal Rumble match itself, and it'll probably be fun. One of those matches that it flies on the radar, I think. I think Charlotte will probably walk out of it as champion, but I wouldn't be surprised if WWE throws us a curveball and has Becky Lynch walk out with the title. As far as Charlotte being a villain, I honestly think that Nikki Bella is a better villain, but hopefully Charlotte can grow in that role as a villain with her villainous father helping her along the way. So, next up, we have the Last Man Standing match for the Intercontinental Championship. This will probably be one of those matches that is the big blow-off in this feud between Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens. It would probably be the big blow-off, because a match like this, Last Man Standing, usually is the blow-off, and it's the end. It just ends the feud right there. And I think Ambrose will probably walk out with the title. It will be hard-hitting, it'll be violent, it'll be brutal, and it'll be fun. Whether or not it'll be a great wrestling match, depends on what you're looking for. Me, I'm looking for some knockdown drag out in this, and I'm hoping to get it. And because I like knockdown drag out fights in my wrestling matches. So I'm cool with seeing Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens just knocking the crap out of each other and trying to put each other down and keep them down. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun to watch. Like I said, I see Dean Ambrose walking out of that with the title to end this feud. Now, on to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Oh, right, there isn't one. It's the WWE World Heavyweight Championship is being defended in the Royal Rumble match itself. And I personally like that. First of all, it's something different. We haven't seen a Royal Rumble match be for the title since 1992. That was 24 years ago. So to have it happen now is kind of interesting, especially when you consider that the Authority is trying to screw over Roman Reigns and try to take that title from him. After this match against Sheamus a few weeks ago, Mr. McMahon was telling him that he's going to defend it in the Royal Rumble match itself. And this past Monday Night on Raw, we saw that Roman Reigns is going to be the #1 entrant in the Royal Rumble. I know I have already seen the vision of the IWC just getting their feces ready to just sling right at this match, especially if Roman Reigns walks out with the championship. But they're probably already saying, oh, they're trying to give him everything now. They're trying to make him outlast Rey Mysterio as the longest person in the Rumble. Oh, they're trying to make sure that somebody else goes in at #1 because they can't just talk about Shawn Michaels all the time. Where? Here's the thing. You probably don't remember this because in your mind wrestling didn't exist until CM Punk and Daniel Bryan came along. But go back to 1999. Stone Cold Steve Austin was trying to become WWE champion again, and his only chance was to win the Royal Rumble. Now, he was put in at #1, and they're doing that same sort of thing with Roman Reigns. Both men are popular. Roman Reigns is only not popular with IWC bitches because he's not in it gaining. But when you look at it storyline wise, it makes sense for Roman Reigns to be the #1 person because the Authority are trying to take that title off of him. It's simple storytelling. And me personally, I want to see Roman Reigns walk in and out of that Rumble with the title. I want the Roman Empire to continue. I want to keep on going and go stronger than ever. Like I said, 435 days at least. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I want to see. I want to see somebody else go from January 1st to December 31st as the champion. That 1 full calendar year, nobody taking the title away from you. I want to see that. Now, who else could I see winning it? I could see WWE want to do a rematch with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and they probably think the easiest way is to have Brock Lesnar win the title at Royal Rumble and Reigns challenging him at WrestleMania, having some sort of match where Roman earns his spot to challenge Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. But I kind of want to see the reverse of this and have Roman Reigns walk in and out with the title and Lesnar's the challenger. And I know I go on Troll Safari and all these dumbass IWC bastards are saying that they want Daniel Bryan to be given the WWE World Heavyweight Championship again so he can get injured. And so I think that they could have him actually get his ass beat by Brock Lesnar. I want to see Brock Lesnar just completely destroy Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble. They need to make Brock Lesnar the villain. He thrives better as a villain, I think, especially with Paul Heyman there. So having him just destroy an internet darling will help him become the villain. And if they try to do maybe a #1 contendership match between Brock Lesnar and the little troll Daniel Bryan, I just want to see Lesnar completely ass rape Daniel Bryan in that match. Ass rape. Yeah, ass rape in that match. That's the only way to really get him to be booed, not only by the fans but also the IWC critics. That's really the only way. And since Daniel Bryan doesn't deserve to be anywhere near the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, this is the perfect way to use him to give the fans an out to say, no, he's not going to be in the title match. Wah. So, those are my thoughts. The other person I could see winning the match is Triple H. So, to set up the match between Triple H and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, especially after the beating that Roman Reigns gave Triple H, he's going to want revenge. He's going to try and do everything he can to screw over Roman Reigns. We haven't seen him since, so what perfect way to get him into that feud with Roman Reigns than have him win the title or be one of the last people, maybe in the triple threat match with Roman Reigns, with Brock Lesnar and the troll Daniel Bryan, while Lesnar just ass rapes Daniel Bryan. Triple H comes and picks up the bones. I'm just spitballing. I have no idea, and I kind of like that I don't know. So, who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble? I think that Roman Reigns will walk in and out as a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you want to see win this? It's probably video probably went longer than I wanted it to, but hey, that's okay. So, those are my thoughts on the Royal Rumble. I probably will do a review of it sometime in the next week or two. Until then, enjoy.